My dad takes us to the craft store for supplies. You can pay me back after the fair, he tells us. Wow, says Josie. I didn't know beeswax could be so expensive. Those bees must be billionaires, Ryan says. Josie picks out some brightly colored sheets of beeswax. Ryan finds special string to make the wicks. I toss in a spool of silver ribbon. Producers have expenses, money they need to spend for their business. Materials are one kind of expense. If you're selling hot chocolate, you need to pay for milk, sugar, cocoa powder, and cups. Labor is another expense. If others help you make your product, you pay them for their work or labor. To keep expenses down, fundraisers use volunteer labor. Volunteers work for no pay. My kitchen table turns into a candle factory. Ryan measures and cuts the wicks. Josie rolls the beeswax into candles. I tie a fancy silver bow around each one. In an assembly line, each worker adds a part or does work on a product in a certain order. The Serenity candles are made in a 3-step assembly line, but some assembly lines have hundreds of steps and people. How much should the candles cost? I ask. Ryan perks up. $100 a piece. Don't be ridiculous, says Josie. How many people would buy a candle for $100? He shrugs. At that price, we wouldn't need to sell too many. We should only charge 25 cents, announces Josie. Then everybody will buy one. I do the math. It won't be enough. Remember, we need to pay my dad for the beeswax and wicks and silver ribbon. We settle on $2. Good producers are smart about prices. If you charge too much, consumers won't buy your product. If you charge too little, you won't be able to pay your expenses and make money. The day of the fair, Mom gets us to school gym super early. After we set up our booth, we walk around and check out the others. They're all so good, I groan. It's a fundraiser, Emma, not a contest, Mom reminds me. Somehow that doesn't make me feel better. What if nobody comes to our booth? Competition happens when two or more companies sell the same product or service. Each company hopes to sell more by making its price lower than the competitors or by making its products better. 20 minutes into the fair, Ryan shoots me a grin. Guess we didn't need to worry about our booth being a total dud, he says. I check out the long line. The people at the end are looking stressed out, I tell him. Great, says Ryan. Then they really need our booth. Josie is busy teaching yoga. The art teacher, Miss Bliss, flops down on her back. I give up, she says. I can't do yoga. You are doing yoga, Josie tells her. Lying on your back is called a relaxation pose. Really? Miss Bliss sighs happily. Then I hear a quiet voice coming from the floor mats. Emma? Yeah, Mom. Great booth, honey. I'm so proud of Snore. Yup, I think Stressbusters is definitely a hit. Even Lucas is sleeping like a rock. At last, the fair is over. All our happy, stress-free customers are gone, and every candle has been sold. I count the money and split it into two piles. One is to pay my dad back for the ribbons, wicks, and wax. The other is a profit we make for the school. It's big. I am wiped out, Ryan yawns. We must have stress busted 1 million people today. I can't believe it's really over, Josie says. It isn't, I say. Not until we pack up. Wait, says Ryan. There's one thing we forgot to do. Josie and I look at each other. What? Profit is the money left over from the sale of your products after you pay for all your expenses. We forgot to relax. So, if you ever need some ideas, you can actually do some yoga, you can make some candles, use some scents, any type of stress busters that were mentioned in here, or tons more.